none of us really know. None of us really know.
I know.
No, I know. Perfect timing, Keith.
Keith, what's up?
Your favorite movie of all time, F9.
Oh, good.
How is there any other choice than Remember the Titans being number one?
I'm curious.
I'm spoiling mine, but
Well, let's see. Here we go. Yeah, that's a good, good
I'm
question,
not even
Brian.
done talking.
you shouldn't be talking at this point.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Apocaflix Movies and Apocaflix Now, our weekly hangout show here on the channel. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone in the chat, everyone watching who maybe isn't chatting along. Chat along, please. Welcome back. It is another week here on Apocaflix. My name is Jake Berlin. I'm your host for the evening, and I am joined by my two fellow Apocaflixers here, Mr. Gio Ramos, Mr. Brian Alicino. I'm doing my best, guys. It doesn't look like it on screen, but I'm doing my absolute best to make sure they are cordial for the moment because their teams are currently tied 1-1, headed back to Boston for the NBA Finals.
Hey,
So,
we're at zeros right now.
If it gets heated here tonight, you know why, but I'm doing my best to separate them digitally as best as I possibly can. Okay? So I hope everyone's doing great out there. I'll go to the fellas first to see how they are doing. Brian, I'm going to start with you while you're stuffing your face with some apples. How are you?
Doing good as my phone just blew up with text messages. Doing good. She's asleep right now. No, nothing right now. She's currently asleep. Doing good. Just chilling. Still on the set of Bridgerton, clearly. But yeah,
Bridgerton.
Yeah, because it's like the old
I guess.
Chandelier. Everything looks so. It's an old mirror. Look how old these chairs are.
I
It's
guess.
like you're in a different time right now, Brian.
Okay, that threw me off at the mirror reflection. I was like, "Who the hell's behind me?"
Brian's in a multiverse right now. So
I am. It's just a loop. So yeah, doing good. Oh shit! I forgot to put on a hat. Oh well.
Come on, man.
Missed
Get with
the
the
memo.
program.
you're chilling, man. One no hat, one backwards hat, and one regular hat. We're good.
Yeah,
Good.
we're all over
And
the
when,
place.
and then when
today.
Keith comes, we'll have a bald man as well. We're good.
No, Keith will have it. Keith will have his stupid Yankees hat on.
Okay. I'm gonna say Keith has no hat tonight.
Yankees hat.
I'm gonna say hat.
Okay. All right. Come on, Keith. Come on, my boy
He's
Keith.
watching right now.
Probably
He's
watching.
watching right now. He's just like,
Gio, how you doing, man? I know you're coming off a string of working a lot of days. You hanging in there, my man?
Oh, dude, I'm like caffeined out like I've never been before. That's how much my tolerance has, changed during this
Hi,
whole
mom.
time of working. I did get to see some movies. I saw Ambulance on Peacock.
I'll watch it
and-
tomorrow, Gio. I'll watch it tomorrow.
I watched Sonic because
Sonic.
of you. Because you told me
Sonic
it was on
2 on Paramount Plus. Both solid popcorn flicks, like I tweeted out. Now that it's on streaming and you're paying for it, watch it, and you might enjoy it. So.
I'm gonna do Ambulance tomorrow. I have Sonic set up for the rest of the week, or for the remainder at some point of the week, and then the one movie that we haven't talked about that everyone needs to go watch immediately if they have it, The Northman, is on Peacock.
Yes,
The Northman is on Peacock. Go watch The Northman, please.
agreed.
That was so
Yeah.
funny how in our chat we had who could see and clarify if the Northman was on Peacock fastest, and Jacob's like, well, now I know what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, go watch The Northman. So
I will say, Jake, going back to Ambulance, you're gonna notice something that Michael Bay does in that movie that's either gonna, you're gonna ride with, or you're gonna get really annoyed. Really,
I have a
fast.
feeling I'm gonna be super pissed off.
Does he explode everything?
I think it has to do with the drones, right, Tia?
Yeah, what's that term that they use when it's like Michael Bay
Tracking
destruction?
shot?
Like, no, what do they call Michael Bay?
Bayham.
Yes,
Bam.
there's a lot of Bayham in there, and
Well, so
yeah,
did you guys see how they? And this is going way off topic, but because they're on the topic of the movie, Do you know how they got those drone shots? What they did? So he hired the #1 drone racer in the world to do it.
Oh my god.
An actual drone racer.
Huh.
And he told the guy, like, look, I know you're the best, but you literally have one shot to get this, and that's it. And so there was a drone racer flying the drone for ambulance on set.
Yeah, I could tell somebody who didn't have a lot of Hollywood experience, and yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's as RD says. I don't know if it's the best thing ever, but Michael Bay discovered drones, and it's the best thing ever. Interesting.
Oh,
okay, my interest is peaked. Like I said, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I finished Stranger Things today, so I didn't get to watch it today.
That's where I am right now. I'm on episode 3 or 4.
Oh, four is the one where it starts banging.
Okay, so then I'm on 3.
Yeah. Four is the one where it really starts to get going. That four has the most popular scene and best scene in the entire season in the episode. So
You have to dedicate some time to watch this show.
well, that's Brian. That's not you're not even close to being because
Oh, I'm well aware. The last episode's like a movie.
the 7th episode is an hour and a half, and then the actual finale of the season, which we haven't gotten yet, is 2.5 hours. Wild.
I never want to.
I don't get it.
I was gonna open a
just
can of
don't
worms,
get
but
it. No, I know
No.
exactly where
Look,
you're
it's
going.
Netflix's
Gio. I
biggest
don't
property,
get it
so I
either.
get what it's Netflix's biggest property, so I get what they're doing. Because it's essentially 2 episodes is kind of what it is. So anyway, way off topic. Way off.
Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon better be 5 hours. Okay.
Hell, this thing's gonna end up being like 15 hours by the time the season's done.
Let's just move on until we get into that whole can of worms there. All right, so we have 2, maybe 3 major things to talk about tonight. We're saving. I know we put it on the tweet earlier today, and it's actually in the description of the video. Sadly, Ray Liotta passed away last week. We haven't got a chance to talk about it, but we're waiting specifically for Keith because he grew up watching Ray Liotta. He's a little older than we are, so he means a lot more.
Oh.
Obviously,
Throw him under the bus.
I mean, it's true. It's true. And he would say it himself.
We've been doing this how long?
Look, Ray Liotta is obviously a big part of film and TV for a lot of us, but I think, and Keith reacted to it pretty quickly in our chat, it means a little bit more to him just because he's had a little bit more longer time with him in film. So
a little bit longer time alive.
No. So we'll be getting into that as soon as Keith gets here, unless we're in the middle of a topic. But we're also going to be talking about the most recent news that happened just a couple hours ago that Joker 2 is officially happening. That'll be kind of a quick little conversation, and we're going to reveal our true unfiltered thoughts on whether or not that should be happening or not. And then as the topic says,
More like a debate.
as the topic says in the video, we're going to be ranking all of Tom Cruise's action films. And I saw a couple people talking in the chat as far as what movies are in there or not. We have a list of 20. We will talk about them when we get there, but they are Tom Cruise's pure action movies, not movies that could feature action, but are a little bit more thriller or dramatic or political. It is pure action films. So we'll be ranking those.
Isn't it a lot of mostly like he is the main star of the movie?
All of them, he's the main star. He's the main star of every single one of them. So, but we're just going to rank them since Top Gun Maverick came out. We'll figured it was a good time to rank them. There's 20 of them, so we'll get to those at the end of the show. But we'll start the show with a little segment here that we like to call the movie watching challenge. Nothing too crazy tonight because Keith was actually challenged by one Gio Ramos. But I want Gio to sum up his quick thoughts. If nobody was able to watch that other video, which is out on the channel, your quick thoughts on Silence of the Lambs, because Brian did challenge it to you, and then reveal which movie you challenged Keith to.
Well, it's one of those movies that you hear so much about. Obviously, Anthony Hopkins as a psychopath, serial killer, a former psychiatrist, Dr. Hannibal Lecter, a young Jodie Foster as an up-and-coming FBI agent, and just a very disturbing movie to watch, but a movie worth watching. I don't think I could ever watch it again. That's a testament to how effective the story that they tell in the movie. They do not hold back at all. They just they really go for it. They show you some stuff. I'm really impressed. What 30 years later, 40 years later, by um the
How it holds
makeup
up.
and effects. I saw in the credits Colleen Atwood, who is big time in Hollywood, costume designer. And it just makes sense why this movie is so damn good, and definitely worth a watching. I don't know. I'm afraid to watch the other ones like Red Dragon and
I watched that
Hannibal.
one, so you're
The other
fine.
one's just called Hannibal, I believe.
There's Hannibal, but there's Red Dragon as well.
Red
That's the one
Red Dragon's a prequel, though. I think
Yeah, it was
Is it a
the
prequel?
it's a
Yeah.
prequel that came out after.
Keith
think.
challenged me to it one time, and it's not bad. I was fine with it.
Okay, because
And I've never seen Silence of the Lambs.
Man, dude, and the story behind the title in the movie with the characters, like it really gets you. And just Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins, when they're on screen together, that's when the movie's at its best. The two of them, and both of them won leading actor Oscar awards. Well deserved, and definitely worth a watch. Brian, I imagine, like, because through our conversations and whatnot, we talk about, like, whenever you'd watch a movie, you'd have on, lights and whatnot. I challenge you, not that's my turn, but I challenge you, whenever you do watch the movie, turn the lights off and go into that world, that sick world. Oh, man.
Interesting.
It's one of those movies that I have, like, a kind of like a desire to see, more curiosity, I'll say. I don't know if desire would be the right word, but, like, I mean, it is quoted a lot and stuff like that, especially what Samir just put in. So yeah,
God,
I will at some point probably watch it.
man.
I didn't even realize they had a lotion emoji. Kind of makes me laugh.
Not surprised.
I want to delete that comment.
You could
Oh man.
You could see Gio's full thoughts, like, kind of like dive into a little bit more on that video. It's on the channel. His immediate reaction, I put a little cut with the title card of Silence of the Lambs. The second that the title cut ends, his immediate reaction is like the perfect sum up of what he thought. So go check that out. It's really, really cool. But Gio, you also get the chance to challenge someone. As I mentioned, you challenged Keith. And which movie are you going to have him watch this week?
So he's gonna watch a movie. I went off his list, like literally off, because there was a documentary I saw about 2 weeks ago on Prime Video. It's called Chris Claremont's XMen on Prime Video. It's a fascinating documentary about the X-Men comic in the 60s, and it dives into how much trouble that comic was until a person by the name of Chris Claremont came in and is heavily credited for where X-Men is today, popularity, amongst the general audiences and whatnot. Some of the stories that he introduces, whether it's Days of Future Past, the Phoenix Saga, introducing diversity into the X-Men, and just taking it to another level. It's a 70-minute watch on Prime Video. Highly recommend it, so that way you can tune in next time when Keith shares his thoughts on it.
Yeah, there's at the very end you were going to say that you challenged him to X-Men Dark Phoenix.
It just like there's obviously a lot of good authors and artists out there for comic books. I kind of consider Chris Claremont to the X-Men just like Ed Brubaker is tied to Captain America, and the run that happened with like the Winter Soldier and Civil War and stuff back in the day. It's very similar. I put it on my radar. I wrote it down the second Gio told me.
What is it called? Because I'm actually kind of interested now.
Chris Claremont, Claremont.
Yep.
X-Men. It's on Prime Video. It's easy watch, just over an hour long.
Yeah, I wrote it down too. I'm going to check it out as soon as I can. As soon as I get to some of these new movies that are on streaming. So there it is. You'll see Keith's thoughts on that a little bit later this week. Hoping to have that up on Friday because we do have Mandalorian Club on Thursday. And then Marvel Rewind is coming back as well with Miss Marvel coming out today. Stacked house.
Oh my God, I'm going to be up late tonight. Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel.
I'm watching it all tomorrow. I'm not staying up for that. There's no way. You'll be up to like 2:30 in the morning. There's no way.
That's what I have to do.
Well, I mean, I get up for work at 4, so.
True. There you go.
All right, let's move the show along and let's get talking a little bit about Joker 2. This has obviously been a huge conversation ever since the film released. It's one of the highest grossing, if not the highest grossing R-rated film of all time. It was a standalone film that saw Joaquin Phoenix take on the role of Joker, directed and written by Todd Phillips. And for a while now, it's been, theorized and rumored and speculated that we would get a sequel. No real word on it ever since kind of COVID happened. There were a lot of hot conversations going on right after the movie released. But now, thanks to Todd Phillips today on Instagram, he posted a picture of the Joker 2 script, as well as a picture of Joaquin Phoenix reading the script. So it seems like Joker 2 is officially a go. We will be getting a sequel to that film. No word on when, how long it's going to take, etc. But all we know is that Todd Phillips is back. He wrote it with his writing partner who wrote the first one as well. He's going to be directing, and Joaquin Phoenix will be starring. So, and there's already been kind of a little discussion online on whether or not this should be happening or not. And it was already going to be in the show, but Gio requested this to be on the show. So I'm going to let Gio kick this one off. Gio, what do you think about Joker 2?
Makes sense. It makes sense. Come on now. The movie was made for less than $100 million and grossed over $1 billion. Was a huge awards darling, and even Joaquin took home Best Lead Actor for a comic book movie role, which I don't think's ever been done before.
That was at the Golden Globes, right?
I'm sorry?
Did he win at the Golden Globes or did he win at the Academy?
Oh, the Oscars.
Academy.
He won the Oscar,
Academy.
right? Okay.
Yeah. And, just that movie was, I'll say it, a phenomenon. Like, it had people going out and watching the movie. There was controversy around, like, whether a movie like that should be shown, that celebrates violence and all this other stuff and whatnot. It got people talking, and I thought it was so effective. I loved the vision, and yes, there's clear inspirations, Andy. But what makes me interested even in this is what Todd Phillips put on the front page of the script. I believe it's pronounced Foliado.
I'm not even going to attempt to try, but it's almost like going with the subtitle of the film almost.
Mm-hmm. And according to Google, that means delusion or mental illness shared by two people in close association.
So they're saying, I saw Twitter, and this is just Twitter, but it said madness for two, essentially is what it means.
Could it mean Harley Quinn? Probably.
Man,
I think it means split personalities. He's like just a crazy person sometimes, and sometimes he's just not.
We're gonna have plenty of time to talk about whether or not Harley Quinn's gonna be in it or Batman or whatever. I'm more interested in hearing what you guys think about the movie actually happening. That's what I want to talk about. Like, should this movie actually be happening? Spam bots.
Oh. Should the movie be happening? Yes, because even if the movie sucks, this has been said time and time again. We still have the first movie. Do the prequels take away from the original trilogy? No, they don't. Even though they're not as great, subjectively speaking, than that trilogy and whatnot. And I just I have a lot of faith into Todd Phillips and this whole thing that he wants to do with DC Black Label, where he wants to tell these kind of stories with other DC villains. And Warner Brothers is probably giving him so much money to do it again. And it may not be as great as the first time, but if there's a story that he wants to tell, one that Joaquin Phoenix uh, is interested in and believes in, and what could be possibly done with someone like Harley Quinn under Todd Phillips, interesting.
So, Gio, I see all your points. I do. I see them all. And specifically the financial aspect of it. The movie was a monster. It's an absolute monster, right? Any other movie in the world, if it made over $100 billion, it would be greenlit almost immediately. Okay. But because of the type of movie, it obviously takes a little bit of work, whether or not it's going to work, etc. Personally, though, I don't. It's not that. If there's a story, of course, like I'm never gonna say like a creator can't create or make a movie that they want to or whatever. Like if this is what Todd Phillips wants to do, cool. Like look what James Cameron's been doing the last 12 years with Avatar. So like if that's what you want to do, go for it. I just think that the movie is so perfect on its own. I don't need a sequel to everything. I don't. There are some movies that work incredibly well by themselves. Like I thought that the movie from start to finish, like a true origin story of him turning into the character that we've known for years with that incredible ending, right? The blood, then him in the psychiatric hospital, us talking about, well, I mean, was it a dream or did it actually happen? Like just all the conversation like that took place. It just doesn't need a continuation, in my opinion. It doesn't. I'm just a little annoyed that because it made money, it's been given a sequel, essentially. Because if I'm not mistaken, doesn't the movie sit at like 70% on Rotten Tomatoes or something? Like it's not like a 95. And I get it. Rotten Tomatoes is, I get it. I understand. I'm just saying it's not like the highest rated film of all time. You know, like it just feels like it's being made because it made $100 billion. That's all.
You've said $100 billion twice, and it's making me laugh every time.
Sorry. You know what I mean. Sorry.
$1 billion.
Yeah, my bad.
Go ahead, finish your point.
No, I just think that it was like you said, Gio, it was a phenomenon. It's not going to be a phenomenon anymore if it becomes a flipping franchise. Like, I don't need this to be a franchise. I don't. And I also don't want to see Harley Quinn in this.
Why not?
You guys are thinking so much into more than I think it is as far as the story. I think it's literally just a meaning of him being crazy. I bet you that there's not another DC big player character that comes into this. So for me, do I want this? I wouldn't say want. Do I need this? No. My biggest fear is it tarnishing the first one, because the first one was just I walked out of that like, whoa. Like
we all walked out messed up.
Yeah. Like I
remember exactly our reaction when we walked out. Yeah, we were in Arden Theater.
I've never been uncomfortable, I guess you would say, like I have in that movie. Like not in a bad way, but just like I was just uncomfortable watching that movie in a good way, because that's like what they were trying to do. I'm just wondering, like, could that potentially like just heard it. I mean, my thing is like, I don't know. To me, like the closest you can really like compare this to for me would be like a Dark Knight type style, where it's like a more grounded level. Like I think there's a 0.00001% chance that they would ever bring anyone with the superpower into this. There's no way. Gio, do you think that they would ever bring someone with some type of ability in this?
No,
Okay.
that's not the world that it's set in.
Exactly.
It's very much in Gotham, and unless
Yeah.
Clay shows up or something,
I guess I'm just curious on like where does the story go? Like if he's not fighting Batman or doing supervillain stuff, like what is he doing? Because he's Joker.
Well, not to mention, Batman is very young at this point.
Yeah, like
right?
Batman's not even a thing.
yeah.
So
So
I
if-
would just,
yeah,
I was going to say, I mean, and Thomas Wayne is dead, right? In
yes.
the movie, yeah.
Mhm.
So
Oh, I don't remember that. I have to rewatch it.
yeah, so
Yeah, remember they walk out the theater while the riots
Oh,
happening?
yes,
Yeah.
duh. Thank you.
yeah.
Yes.
So I don't see how you put Batman in this unless it's like a young version.
No,
I guess we'll just probably end up seeing him be a crime boss, I guess is the best way that.
yeah, I mean, you think about the ending of the first movie, and this is probably the simplest path. I'm sure Todd Phillips has something twisted in mind that him and Joaquin have talked about, but the end of the first movie, he has a whole bunch of followers, like a cult and whatnot, and so maybe that's could be a story, his rise. Sure,
I have an
there
idea.
would be other criminals out there and whatnot, and so I mean, it could be just a story of him like doing more of when he finally made that turn after the dance and just wreaking havoc on Gotham, and Gotham getting to a very dark place before the Batman shows up at some point, which probably won't be for in that timeline another 20 years or so, because when we see Bruce he's a kid, and
Joaquin's gonna be
now
like 55, 60 years old.
oh yeah, no. And so
So if I was told, all right, pick what you think this movie would be about, I would not be surprised if this movie completely takes place inside Arkham Asylum. The whole
wouldn't
entire
either.
movie. That there are points throughout this whole entire movie that he maybe is going to a psychiatrist, a la maybe Harley Quinn, if you have to put her in there. She's never turns into Harley Quinn, but she's Dr. Quinzel. And maybe throughout this, like maybe he's having delusions of grandeur while he's inside or something, and he's coming across people in Arkham. I don't know. Unless they literally just do like the before times of Batman, like where in this version he's just literally running Gotham, and this is before, and just turns Gotham into this slime ball place before Batman grows up, then I guess. But outside of those two options, like I'm having a hard time imagining what they could do.
well, I mean, Warner Brothers had the idea of doing back when 2016 a Mad Love movie with Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn and Jared Leto's Joker. Sadly, I don't think we'll see Jared Leto's Joker ever again, but maybe they could do something like that with because I mean it's a clear Easter egg. I don't know why you would put that on the announcement right there
Go-
in in the social media posts. So
Gordon, you are nailing on the head exactly what I'm trying to talk about, or what I was referring to, like a Shutter Island a la Arkham Asylum type thing.
yeah,
Could be interesting.
yeah, they could go that's another Scorsese movie. So
I guess I'm probably a little bit more hesitant in the fact that it's Todd Phillips, because Todd Phillips' resume is good, it's decent, but he's also made some very, very bad sequels. And I know it's a completely different genre, but Hangover 2 is awful compared to the first one. It's like
it's the same thing.
That's I think that's what I'm scared about. And that's why I'm saying I don't need this, because how many stories can you tell with the Joker without Batman? Like, it's not like he's Batman or Superman or any of those characters that have plenty of other characters and ideas and stories that they can tell. Joker is kind of like, it's like really just one thing, right? He becomes Joker, then he fights Batman the rest of his life. And the movie ended with him becoming, or at least close to becoming, the character that we know. Like, what else is there to tell outside of having Batman there?
No, I see what you mean. I don't know. I don't. If I'm DC, I don't know if I'd let a character like Joker sit on this shelf for so long, because we're probably not going to see him in the main DCEU timeline. He'll probably be sprinkled into Matt Reeves's Batman trilogy. I don't think he'll be the villain in the next one. I mean, I think that's more of a Court of Owls or Mr. Freeze as a popular one. But I don't know. Like I said, would Joaquin Phoenix just sign on for another one just for the money? I don't know. I think the idea would have to be
that is my thing. Is I don't see Joaquin Phoenix just doing it to do it.
Right.
That is the one.
He has one Oscar. Why not try to go get a second?
See, now I don't even think that. I think it's just very much interesting because, he didn't want to, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't his main reason for not doing Doctor Strange he didn't want to be in a franchise, essentially?
Well, he didn't want to sign a 6-picture deal, what they were doing at the time.
Okay.
At the time, yeah. So
now it's like they're signing on for 2, and then they're redoing it after 2 or 3,
Right, like a 1-in-1 kind of thing.
Like Sebastian Stan signed a 9-picture deal for Bucky Barnes.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the thing that my curiosity hits the most is I feel like I almost said Christian Bale. If Joaquin Phoenix didn't like it, he wouldn't do it.
I agree with that.
He is very much someone, I think, if I was making up a list, which is probably a small list of actors that would absolutely say no because they didn't like a script when the payday is probably huge, he would be probably one of the ones at the top of my list. Because I think that man would have no problem turning down. How much do you think he's going to get paid for this? $25 million?
Probably.
Yeah. I don't see Joaquin Phoenix being somebody who does what's called paycheck movies or paycheck roles or whatnot.
Well, we haven't seen him since that, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I don't think he cares though. I feel like he only does things when he.
He's the type of guy that pick and chooses his roles, and he wants the right roles.
So I'll say in the plus side of this movie, that makes me a little bit more curious. I'm going to do exactly what I did with the first Joker movie. Set my expectations super low. So that way, when it comes, it blows me away. Like the first one did. And
here's the one thing I'm excited about for this movie. When we do a trailer reaction, it's going to be massive views because the first Joker trailer is our all-time
I was going to say
rated view.
What that first movie did for this channel. Y'all
it's our all-time highest viewed video at 150,000 views or something.
It's crazy, man.
So Joker 2, get your ass out here so we can get a trailer reaction out here. Okay, real quick.
Damn it.
He probably put it on just because he was listening. Look at his face. He so was. Mr. Keith Barnes is here, everybody. And he's wearing a damn Yankees hat.
I wasn't listening, but I'm sure someone said something ridiculous that I'm gonna.
No, we were I had said
What?
when we started, I forgot to put on a hat, and he said, "Don't worry, Keith might have. We'll probably have one on."
We were putting bets on whether or not you had a hat on.
And I said he's going to come on with his damn Yankee hat.
Keith, help me out, buddy. Come on, Joker 2. It's a good idea. It makes sense.
I mean, I'm not. I'm not mad at it.
That was Gio this time.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it, but I don't. What?
It makes sense why they're doing it, right?
Oh well, it made $1 billion, so of course they're going to do it. That, yeah.
I mean, we all agree that financially it makes sense, right?
I wonder.
We can't spend too much time on it, by the way, guys.
No, yeah, that's fine. I'm just curious what the reception this time would be.
And this is also a very, very good point. And thank you for John Pierce. This is Joaquin Phoenix's first sequel.
Oh, okay. See, there's another example to what I had said.
I just looked at his filmography. It is his first sequel. So, to finish up this conversation real quick, simple question here from Brian Nussbaum: which characters from the first Joker film would you like to see come back? I'll start this one off. I don't want to see anybody but Joaquin Phoenix come back.
No one. Yeah, I was gonna say nobody.
I agree.
Nobody.
I agree. I'll agree with that.
Gio's like, I just want to see Zazie Beetz because it's Zazie Beetz.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe that short Alfred that they. I guess that was Alfred. I don't know if they ever actually said.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
I want no one.
Yeah. I don't want anybody either. I think if they're gonna do it, they should just bring him back. That's it.
What if his friend makes a cameo? The one who, after Joker kills that guy in his apartment, and the guy's trying to reach up and grab the knob,
the little
and
guy.
then he's like, "You've always been so kind to me." And like, Joker's walking down the street, and his face paint is, "Hey," and the guy's like,
right.
I think that'd be fun.
I
don't know.
Okay, so perfect timing because we were just about to move on, obviously, to a little bit of a more somber subject here. We're gonna spend a little time to talk about Ray Liotta for the next 10 minutes or so. Very sad news last week of his passing. Very shocking. I don't know if this was something that had been around or whatever, but it never caught my attention that something had maybe even going on. And unfortunately, Ray Liotta passed on, and we spent many years of watching his films. And no one longer than Mr. Keith Barnes over here. And so I'll start with you, Keith, because you brought it up first in the chat. Just floor is yours, man, for any Ray Liotta tribute that you want to mention.
Well, just another guy. So many, but another guy that I grew up with. He was just a guy that would pop up in. It's weird. I didn't there's some actors that I would seek out, DiCaprio or for me throughout my life, DiCaprio or Tom Hanks or Tom Cruise, Schwarzenegger, all those guys. Some guys like Denzel, Will Smith. Ray Liotta wasn't necessarily a guy that I would seek out necessarily, but he would show up in things and he would be great, and I would mostly movies that I really enjoyed. I think Star Drew put it. Beat me to it.
That was mine, Keith.
I was gonna say I was thinking back. That's probably the first time I saw him. He was Shoeless Joe Jackson. I think it's been so long since I've seen that. I think he.
He played Shoeless Joe Jackson. Sorry,
Show?
yes. Sorry,
pretty sure. Then after that, gosh, so many. Obviously the big one is of course Goodfellas. I think those are probably the two most iconic role part. I don't know about
dude, I'm looking at his filmography. The guy's filmography is
it's crazy, right?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
he is in so many movies.
Right.
Yeah.
So many movies.
Yeah. Gio and Jacob and I were talking about it the other day, and yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of
126 credits to his name.
Wow.
And that includes some TV stuff as well.
Yeah.
But overall, his entire career, 126 credits.
I just heard him a few months ago on the Dan Patrick show. late last year or early 22. I can't remember which, but it was a really odd interview that people thought he was kind of just doing a bit, but it was just really strange interview. But absolutely, yeah, he was great in Wild Hogs. But Karina's very good. Whoopi Goldberg, that's a very good movie. Yeah, but yeah, man. But obviously, Henry Hill, Goodfellas. That's like the big one for everyone. I watched that actually a few months ago, and yeah, it's a tough one. It's a really tough one. I think I think Jacob just watched Copland, right? No, that was Gio. You just watched Copland.
Gio just watched
Yeah,
Yeah.
Copland, definitely. He's good in
Ass
that one.
is great in that. Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
this is a tough one. So from all accounts, what I hear, he's a really nice guy. Yeah, he's just another heavyweight. He lost a lot of heavyweights this year, man. Yeah.
Yeah, the first one for me is Field of Dreams, and there's a lot of movies that I've seen him in. Goodfellas, Copland, all the major movies, but Field of Dreams is always the one that I'll go to for him. And he was also just like a fun presence to have on screen because he was always very unique compared to a lot of other people that he was acting with.
Mhm.
The way he talks, the way he kind of moves, his personality. And he was always a pleasant surprise to have in a movie. I was just going through his filmography, and some of the movies that he did are absolutely ridiculous, but he's Ray Liotta, and
Right.
he also does some movies where he does really, really small cameos in them. And he just wants to be a part of a project or, pop in for a little bit. Like he was in, like he did Adam Sandler's Hubie Halloween on Netflix.
Yeah, I never saw that. I heard that.
And like he was in that. I mean, he did
A Place Beyond the Pines.
yeah, he did that one. He was in a small role for Kill the Messenger, which was a Jeremy Renner film.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's in a lot of stuff over the years, and Killing Them Softly with Brad Pitt. I mean, he's done a lot of stuff, and but yeah, for me, it's Field of Dreams, and it's definitely sad to see him go. But we're kind of at that point where we're going to start seeing a lot of these people go here, and unfortunately, Ray Liotta is one of them. So
He did voice. I just remembered in Grand Theft Auto, the Miami one, the one that was supposed to be Vice City.
Vice City.
He voiced. Yeah,
Vice
he voiced
City.
he voiced the main character in that one, which is pretty funny. There's a lot of Goodfellas references in that, which is pretty.
That's dope. Yeah. Even his television, I mean, Young Sheldon, The Simpsons, SpongeBob, what?
What? That's
Frasier. Yeah. I mean, for
Frasier?
me, like,
I remember him.
I watched John Q a lot for some reason, like, in the early 2000s, like my people I live with, they love that movie, and he was the asshole police chief in that movie.
Yeah.
Smoking Aces, where he was Ryan Reynolds' partner. Yeah, very lengthy filmography, and it's just we have a lot of movies to watch to appreciate his work, and
Absolutely.
movies that will forever live on. So
Yes, Curtis, very good. Yes, Tommy Vercetti, that was his name in Grand Theft Auto.
For the record, I'm quiet because I've never seen a single thing he's ever been in.
That can't be true.
It
No,
is.
I don't know if
I
that's
looked through the
true.
filmography, unless it was a SpongeBob episode that I don't know.
Really?
you haven't seen B Movie?
Oh, did he do a voice in that?
He was in B movie.
B movie?
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's the Jerry Seinfeld one. He was the
Date
DreamWorks movie,
Night
right?
with Steve Carell and Tina Fey.
Tina Fey? What? He's
Yeah.
in that? I don't remember him. I
No.
love that. Yeah. Wow, Brian, are you sure?
Positive, because all the main one I went through like his filmography
crazy.
and I hadn't seen like anything.
Okay. Wow.
Muppets, Field of Dreams, all that stuff.
So Keith, whenever you
Goodfellas.
challenge Brian, any Ray Liotta movie.
Wait, let me make sure.
For Brian,
Make sure I have it too.
there's a movie. Yes, I was trying to remember the name of this movie. Turbulence. That's a great movie. I love that movie. It's kind of a cheesy, silly movie. I think Sam Raimi might have directed that. I'm not totally sure.
Oh
might be
wait,
wrong, but-
I have seen Goodfellas.
I was gonna say you must have seen
That's the movie with that everyone uses the meme of the two guys laughing. Right?
Laughing, yeah. yeah.
Okay. I saw that
Joe
a
Pesci and,
very long time ago, but yes,
Okay.
I've seen that.
Okay, there we go.
To the point where I didn't obviously even remember.
Sure.
We got one.
Okay, so you got one. But Field of Dreams, no, I have not seen.
You should check out Field of Dreams. It's really good. I think it still holds up.
Yeah, it does. What the hell?
Yeah.
One of the best, if not the best, baseball movie ever made.
I need to rewatch Identity. That's
It's
a James Mangold movie.
Identity's good. Yeah. Identity's... Oh, you know what, Brian? You should check that one out. You might actually. I think you'd like that.
Identity?
Yeah.
You should watch Field of Dreams first, Brian.
You should watch Field of Dreams, but yeah, I did.
Okay.
Coming from the guy who's wearing a flipping Yankees hat, watch Field of Dreams, bro. Like, come on.
Oh, is it about the Yankees? I don't want to watch it.
No, it's not
No.
about the. No.
Iowa cornfields.
Okay. Any final thoughts on Ray Liotta before we get into our main topic?
He's got some movies coming out next year, and I think one this year. So, yeah, I'm gonna.
Hey, he was in Many Saints of Newark. He played.
Yeah,
he was great in that too. He played two roles. So.
Okay, hold on. There's a movie called Cocaine Bear. Stars
Yes.
Carrie Russell, O'Shea Jackson.
I
Jr.,
forgot
Ray
about this
Liotta,
movie.
Alden Ehrenreich.
I forgot about this movie.
Wow.
That's a real story. I
Yes,
listened to a podcast about that. That's a crazy story. And
I
I'm very
forgot
happy.
that movie was actually happening.
I'm happy he's in that because that movie.
Yeah.
That's a crazy story.
That's gonna be wild. All right, I think it's time that we should just get into our main topic here. We've kind of delayed this long enough. We have about 40 minutes left in this show, so we should be able to get through this. I almost said Top Gun. Tom Cruise action movie ranking. We have 20 movies on the docket. And I know everyone in the chat's probably going to find a movie that's not on the list. Guess what? Sucks to suck. I made the list. These are the 20 action movies I chose, and you can live with it. Okay? So here we go. These are the 20 movies. I'll read them off, and then we have a tier ranking. We'll go through it per usual. So we have, I'm going to read my list off. Let me read my list off because it's by actual release date. So we have Top Gun, Days of Thunder, Mission Impossible 1 and 2, Minority Report, The Last Samurai, Collateral, War of the Worlds, Mission Impossible 3, Night and Day, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, Jack Reacher, Oblivion, Edge of Tomorrow, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, Jack Reacher Never Go Back, The Mummy, American Made, Mission Impossible Fallout, and Top Gun Maverick.
Wow.
Those are the 20 films. As I said, those are pretty much the pure action-driven films on his resume. A lot of the other ones that maybe could have been included were like, a political thriller or a romantic movie that had some action maybe in the beginning or something like that. So these are just all pure action films. They are led by action. They are driven by action. And these are the 20 for we went with. So any thoughts?
For the record, guess what? I've seen over half of them.
Hey.
I've seen
I've
them all.
seen-
Has anybody else seen them all?
11 out of the 20.
Has anybody else seen them all? Because I've seen them all.
What's that one on the far bottom, second to last?
War of the Worlds.
Okay, yes, I think I don't think I've seen. I've seen Mission Impossible 2 once a very long time. I barely remember anything of it, except that there were so many fakes and
we're gonna get to that movie. That movie will go in one spot specifically very quickly.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen. Any thoughts before we get this bad boy rolling?
So, how is this based on the action, Tom Cruise's
So
performance, or
this
just the movie?
is based on a couple different things.
Yeah.
It really is kind of more so the better movie, but also our favorite, and including better action in the form of that. But it really is more so we're ranking the best or favorite movie in that order, and it happens just to be a major action movie. It's just an action category, but we can include action into it. I'm more so going to be arguing for just a better movie in general. I think is the better movie.
Thank you.
So-
Because you keep talking about action, Jake. Yeah,
I was answering the question.
No, I know, but it's just. But see, I've never seen Night and Day. Oh, that's the only one I actually haven't seen.
Oh, Night and Day is such a joy. It's such.
You
a
gotta
joy.
watch Night and Day.
It's such a joy. All right,
Do I?
so let's go and start. I'm gonna go in order on screen. So let's start with Top Gun, and these are all gonna change throughout, obviously. But Top Gun, which section do we think it should be headed in?
1 through 5.
11 through 15.
Get the hell out of here.
Whoa!
You ain't gonna put it in 1 through 5 next to some of these movies that are no way. No way it goes. I doubt it even goes 6 through 10. Once we go through all these movies,
Gio, the three of
based
us.
on,
The three of us just said 1 through 5.
I mean, you can, but watch, it's gonna slowly go down. Okay,
It might
That's
drop,
fine.
but
Go
we
ahead.
can't. Well, I don't want to say we can't.
go ahead.
Okay,
Let's
Right now,
start it
put it-
here.
yeah.
Let's start it here.
Mhm. Okay.
I'm out
Alright.
of this one. I have not seen it.
Night and Day is such a joy, Gio. I'm thinking 6 through 10 at the earliest right now.
It'll probably
There's no way
it'll
it's that.
probably fall, but I'm okay 6 through 10. Yeah.
Let's
for
start it
now.
at 6 through 10.
Got
Yeah.
crushed by critics when it came out.
It is so much fun, Keith. I don't
it-
care what
it's
critics say.
such an
Critics can
enjoyable
suck it.
movie.
Okay, Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol.
1 through 5.
Yeah, I
1
think it's
through
Let me
5.
look through my list.
I think it's the 1 through 5
So
as
here's
well.
the problem. See, it's going to be all Mission Impossible.
See, that's why I
Ah,
started
Not
talking.
necessarily, Keith. Not necessarily.
Yes, it will.
I have it in
If-
this
if-
6 through 10 for me,
Ghost
though. but that's-
Protocol? Really?
Yeah.
Gio, what'd you say?
For Ghost Protocol, I say 1 through 5. I mean, just
Okay.
the.
I have no
Dubai
fight with
scene-
it. That's fine with me.
The
So we're
Dubai
putting
scene
it
in
above
IMAX.
or behind?
Behind.
Above.
Above.
Okay, there we go.
Jake, are
I
you
should've- I
above?
should have done better. I wish I could. Can I edit
should've-
these? I don't think I can edit these.
You start with the first Mission Impossible. And then
I should have made the pictures different. Anyway, all right, Jack Reacher, the first Jack Reacher.
I haven't seen it.
Now,
I'll go 11
for-
through 15.
I think I'm okay with that because I know it'll be bumped down. But I'm going to say this: this is one of my favorite Tom Cruise action movies. This movie's
Yeah.
incredible. This movie's incredible. The sequel, we'll get there, but the first one is incredible.
it's fine. It's
Christopher
fine.
McQuarrie, come on.
I love
No,
Christopher
I-
McQuarrie. But here's the thing.
It's
Have you seen the
it's
TV
more
show?
than solid. It's one
The
that I
TV
can
show's
rewatch.
great.
That's more like it.
I
It's more like
understand that, but you can't judge it just because it has a book to be based on. You got to judge it by a movie.
I said it
Are you
was
judging
fine.
Harry Potter off the books?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually, yes. There's
Really?
So many.
Okay.
Yes.
So 6
Bad-
through 10?
bad
That
example.
you picked like the worst movie.
Bad example. That's what I said. Bad example.
I don't think anything should be judged by the book.
I would have gone with like
Fine.
anything other than that one.
I mean, I don't think that's fair, but that's fine. You guys have your own opinion.
Jake, is Collateral on the list?
It is.
Okay.
Next one is Oblivion.
I have not seen this movie, but I actually want to see
It's
this
awesome.
movie.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
put
pretty
it
good.
on my list so that
It's
way
actually
I
good.
can-
I really, really like Oblivion a lot.
I gotta
I just-
watch
I've-
it again.
I
thought it
I
was
haven't seen it in a while. But
I thought it was forgettable, but I mean,
I always mixed up this
but I have
movie
to watch
with.
it again.
I always mixed up this movie with
Elysium.
Edge of Tomorrow and
Oh,
Elysium.
yeah, I always mix it up with Elysium.
Mhm.
Okay, so who's seen Oblivion here?
Not me.
It's been a long time. I only saw it once.
Yeah.
Ethan Gio, where would you put it?
I'd put it 11 through 15 for now, but I know it's gonna drop. So, Jake, there are a lot.
I mean,
good-
I would put it, but I would
With-
put it over Night and Day personally.
I don't know, man. James Mangold
No, I
knew
think-
what he was
well, I
doing with
haven't
that
seen
movie.
Yeah, I think Oblivion. Oblivion looks like it's better. I would imagine. I don't know.
Wait, so Jake, where do you think it's supposed to be?
And I forgot Paul Dano. was in
I'm
that
okay
movie.
if this ends up in 11 to 15, but it's better than Night and Day in my opinion.
Both of them should be 11, 15.
It's better than Night and Day in my opinion.
I think Night and Day is more entertaining, but that's only one factor of what makes a movie good, in your opinion. So, yeah, put it before Night and Day. I mean, they're both gonna drop. So,
Well, then let's just do this then. If they're already going to drop, are you guys okay with that?
yeah,
probably-
Shifting them down now
Those
because the
are
next
two
one
movies I haven't seen. so
because the
I'm-
next one is an absolute 1 through 5, no doubt. Edge of
that's like number one right there for now.
Tomorrow. This Keith,
As of tomorrow?
yeah,
Yes.
over
1 through
Ghost
5.
Protocol at the moment.
Yes.
I'll say yes only for the fact that you guys put it above Top Gun.
I think I think I would watch it more or over Ghost Protocol personally.
I would.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Dude, just the concept. I mean, Emily Blunt as Full Metal Bitch, just
So
Yeah,
good.
but-
It's
But
so
he was
good.
climbing that building in Dubai. He was hanging up.
It's okay. Well, here you go, Keith. Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation.
It's tough because the last three
Here we
Mission
go.
Impossibles all go
It's been
together.
epic.
They all three go together perfectly.
Ow.
Like I often will watch all three of them in a row. So that's Rogue. Oh man.
I'm kind of screwed on this one because I have Rogue Nation higher than Ghost Protocol, but not higher than Top Gun. So
I mean, I think this is a top tier, 1 through 5. Personally, I just don't know where it goes. And we
Okay,
have
Jake-
a lot of
Jake-
great movies to continue.
Jake, would you rather watch this or Top Gun?
Rogue Nation. For me, Rogue Nation.
Probably Rogue Nation.
Geo.
Rogue Nation.
Okay. Would you guys rather watch Rogue Nation or Ghost Protocol?
I would rather watch. I think I'd rather watch Rogue Nation.
That's so
I like Ghost
fucking
Protocol.
close. That is so close.
That's crazy. Like I know Top Gun. Like I told you, I know Top Gun inside and out. So I actually of those. I remember when they came out. I was like, well, I still like Ghost Protocol. Yeah, that is
GM.
tough. I think I'd go Ghost Protocol.
The one thing Ghost Protocol has going for it is that Dubai scene. That's just how
got
crazy
Jeremy-
it is. And
Jeremy Renner was.
I would
Jeremy
put Rogue
Renner is
Rogue Nation
more-
over Ghost Protocol.
Jeremy
Those
Renner
cars-
is also in Rogue Nation, by the way, guys.
He's got all those cars falling down.
And that motorcycle scene, epic.
the motorcycle scene, Alec Baldwin, his introduction.
The twist at the end. I mean, it's fire.
I would put it.
Paula Patton
Sam-
is in Ghost Protocol.
I would sandwich it between Edge
That's
of
one
Tomorrow.
thing I hope-
is in Rogue Nation, Keith.
I hope to see Paula Patton back in either Ghost Reckoning 1 or 2.
I bet you she will. I bet she will. Yeah. For me, I just slightly by hair at Ghost Protocol.
I pick Rogue Nation over it.
Gio,
Jake,
are
you
are
picked
you putting Ghost Protocol over Rogue?
But that scene at the Kremlin's so good too when they're going down
Right.
the hallway and the
Right,
big
the fake hallway. Yeah. Right. That
Um,
prison escape. Remember he escaped from that prison?
The prison escape.
At the
yeah.
very beginning of Rogue.
No.
The airplane.
Was that Ghost? Is that
Yes.
Ghost?
Yeah.
Okay, that is Ghost. Okay.
I'm gonna put Rogue Nation above Ghost
Ooh!
Protocol, but it's so close though, Keith. It's
Well, it definitely has a better villain.
yeah.
The villain in Ghost Protocol is not.
Who is it? Sean Harris, I think, or something.
In
Rogue
yeah,
Nation,
Rogue
yes.
Yeah.
All right, so now one of the duds, Jack Reacher Never Go Back.
Oh, 6 through 10.
Six-
And The Mummy to follow.
Let's
I
go.
like the
Jack
Mummy
Reacher.
better than that.
Let's-
I've never seen it, but the Mummy was not horrible. But then again, Sophia Boutella was the reason I like that movie.
So she was actually really good. She's the only.
What do
good
they
thing in
call that sequence, Jake, in the plane? That it's like 0G or something, or
Yeah, I don't know what it is
That
exactly.
weird
that
screen.
was
That's that weird
that was like the only great part of the movie.
So is this 16 through 20 ultimately?
Yes.
Yeah,
My favorite story I love is that Jacob, Gio, and I went to see the Mummy. Boy, I sat by Gio and he was just huffing and puffing all throughout that movie. He hated every second of that movie.
because this
It
was
so bad.
the start of the dark universe, and that had
Yeah.
so much potential. And then
Right.
who's that guy that's in the movie? He was in
Jake
I think he's
Johnson.
in New Girl and
Jake Johnson.
yeah.
Yeah, what they did
And
with
he's
his
a zombie
character,
the
I'm
whole
like, oh
time,
my
or yeah,
Yes.
like a spirit or something. Yeah.
Russell Crowe,
That was-
Dr. Jekyll.
yeah, bad. I'm just like, what the? Hmm.
Gio hated every second of that movie.
All right, next one, American Made. Has anybody seen this?
This movie's awesome. I saw it in the theater.
It's a really, really. I saw it in theaters too, Keith. It's really good.
Great. It's
Doug
so
Lyman. It's a Doug Liman film.
Doug Liman.
Very
You got,
different type of Tom Cruise performance.
General Hux in there.
Domhnall Gleeson, yeah.
Gleason was very good.
But Keith, question is, would we put it over Night and Day?
Yes.
You would.
Yes. It's good. It's really good.
Gio, you don't
No.
agree?
No. This movie was alright.
I think I would rather watch Night and Day than American Made personally.
I was gonna say it's got a sad ending, but
Oh, American Made, yeah.
yeah.
Hi, Brian's mom.
But
Are you home,
and
Brian?
then the fact that he
Yeah,
chose to
I'm
do
at
this-
home.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't have typically this in my background.
That's what I was wondering.
They
like, we could have
had
big
the
mirror.
chance to do Edge of Tomorrow too, and they chose American Made instead.
I would put Night and Day over American Made personally.
Is that true, Jim?
Same. Huh?
Is that true?
Yeah. Edge of
Really?
Tomorrow was 2014 and American Made was 2017. I don't know. Maybe Emily
do we all
Blunt's
agree?
schedule at the time.
Yeah.
Do we all agree?
I
Or
guess. Yeah.
well, Keith, you can fight for it.
Well, like you said, it's it's one of those roles you don't see him play a lot as a guy who's kind of Donald Gleason's got him, got him under his control a little bit. He's flying planes for the CIA, flying drugs back and forth across the border, wearing a wire, getting information, and he doesn't really care what happens to him, and you see that at the end with what happens. But he's just on the edge of freaking out the whole time. Like, you don't really see him always play that kind of role.
Right.
He's probably as with everything. I'm sure he was really flying in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Either or, it's fine. I think like I said, I haven't seen Night and Day, so I can't. But I don't.
Okay, well, it's 2v1 in this situation because Brian's out of it. All right, Mission Impossible Fallout.
Okay, we're gonna have to knock down.
I think this is number one. I think Top Gun's going down.
We gotta knock down Top Gun.
Top Gun
It's above
sits-
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it is too. Keep
which is saying a lot. That's saying a lot, but no, I know that's a tough call. But
Gio?
Henry Cavill
Yeah.
in this movie.
Come
Yeah.
on now. Pump action arms.
His lock and load arms. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Okay, Days of Thunder. Come
Never
on, guys.
seen it.
Six
Never
through
seen
10.
listen.
It's you and you and Keith.
Keith,
Movie, it's Top Gun.
I don't care.
Okay, it's not good. We saw this already. We
It
saw
is
this exact thing.
awesome. Days of
Wait.
Thunder is great.
Great.
It's pretty much a
fast car.
copycat of Top
It's
Gun.
exactly Top Gun.
It is not exactly Top Gun.
Yes, it
It
is.
is not.
You weren't even there.
You weren't there either.
I saw it. I saw this movie in theater, and
I've
I
seen
remember
them both too.
as a kid, I was like, this is just like Top Gun. Like, if I'd never seen Top Gun before, I'd be like, oh, this movie's cool.
I was gonna say, Jake, why did you move down Top Gun?
Sorry.
Jesus
Well,
Christ,
someone
let
said
it
not
let it
to
live
knock
there.
Top Gun down, so I just followed suit.
11
Okay,
through
well,
15 at best.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, where would you put it though? I'd put it above Oblivion.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I probably
Categories
watched
are
this
filling
before
up.
Oblivion.
Number one.
I think Top Gun Maverick's number one. Personally, I think it's better than Fallout. I
Yeah.
said it. I think it's better.
Yeah.
I think it's better.
Recency bias.
Yeah.
No, I've already seen
it's
it
not.
twice.
I've seen it twice, and I said it. It's the best movie I've seen since 2015.
It's funny, Jake. I saw someone say, what was I reading? Something, and someone said it's the best movie since Mad Max Fury Road.
I think it's number one.
I'm with you, Keith, on that.
I think it's number one.
I put it at
no.
number one also.
That last mission still.
But Fallout had the 2 bombs.
Well, we're fighting here. So what's the deal, everybody? Where are we putting it?
At the helicopter.
Yeah, I mean,
Helicopter.
Fallout
Henry Cavill's
has.
leaning out with the gun, with the helicopter, big gun.
I mean, Tom Cruise flies a jet in Top Gun Maverick, and Fallout he literally jumps out of a plane at like the
Oh, man,
highest
the
point
Halo
that
jump?
you can go,
Yeah.
the Halo jump.
Yeah.
But he has a parachute. Like, whatever.
Yeah, so do the pilots in Top Gun.
Parachute Top Gun. Exactly. What are you talking about?
But he's literally flying a jet that can
And
explode at any
Fallout,
point in time.
Fallout clearly has the better villain because we don't even know who the villain is in Maverick.
Really? That's the argument you're going to make right now?
Oh, it's Henry Cavill, right? You all
The
said
villain
that.
is the mission, Gio.
The villain is time.
It's time. And the hangman to a point. Where are we
My
going,
mom
guys?
doesn't even like really watching movies, and she loved Top Gun.
It's
And
kind
for
of
the
a coin
record,
flip.
I may or may not have just texted Jacob in case we needed to break this tie.
No.
Yeah, he's our
Jacob.
5th member.
Jacob, I love you. All right, fine. He can be the tiebreaker. We did it with Gio actually a few weeks ago.
Gio, where are you
last
putting
one.
it, Gio? Is it even a tiebreaker?
Ah, man, I don't know. This is a tough call.
You know what? I'll give Maverick number 1 just for the theatrical experience. Just for the experience.
Let's go.
You can't argue with that. As much as we like to see Henry Cavill, load his arms and go and fight dude who still kicks his ass, but like
Angela
Yeah.
Bassett, Alec Baldwin.
Everyone in the chat is saying Fallout's better, but guess what? You aren't here, suckers.
I'm very curious now to see what Jacob says.
Okay,
Yeah.
first Mission Impossible.
This movie's good, man.
I think it is too. It's great.
Movie's
I think it's
very
great.
good.
I think it's 6 through 10, Keith.
6 through 10.
I will put it there too.
At worst.
I don't know where though.
What is the one after Maverick?
Jack Reacher.
Oh, it's definitely before
It's better
Jack
than that.
Reacher.
It's better than Jack Reacher.
yeah,
I
I'd
would
say
put it-
6 through
I'd put
10.
Right there?
Yeah.
All right, Mission Impossible 2.
6 through 10. 16 through 20.
Where at though? Behind the in front of the mummy and like
I
Behind them
would
all?
rather watch The Mummy.
I think I'd rather watch Mission Impossible 2 over Jack Reacher 2 personally.
Oh, that definitely for sure. It's not as bad as the Mummy.
I like The Mummy better.
Gio?
The Mummy is cringe, so put Mission Impossible 2.
This has some cringy stuff in it too. But how do you
I
not
won't-
know?
I won't fight this in the bottom category.
So are we doing this? Are we doing that?
Nah, put it ahead of the Mummy.
I think it sounds like it's ahead.
Okay, right there.
No
Minority
Mission Impossible
Report.
movie can be behind The Mummy. That's it.
Minority Report.
I've never seen
Okay.
it.
I love this movie so much.
Top 5.
I love this movie so much.
Whoa! Top 5?
I
Steven Spielberg.
Really?
the-
I'm
the-
kinda-
Look at the 5 right now. Look at the 5.
Yeah. That Dubai scene is great, but like Steven Spielberg and just the future he created, Chief John Anderson, Colin Farrell as
Is
I
this
haven't
the
seen
You
it in a
Can't
long
Handle the
time,
Truth
so-
movie?
no, that's A Few Good Men.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
no, this is where they
Which-
predict crimes before they happen and just
Gio, movie. Oh, damn! I was gonna ask the question, Keith. I was
I
gonna ask
already got
you
it.
trivia what they're
Already-
called.
That's my precognition. I already knew what you were going to ask, so I answered it.
come on now. I mean, during the time, the whole moving the screens and like
Colin Farrell's great in this movie too.
he's so great.
Am I
And-
gonna have to add this to my list also?
Where?
Oh,
where are
Brian,
we
absolutely.
putting it? Where are we putting it?
Keith, the scene where he can't take the bandages
I-
off his eyes.
Yeah,
I would
right.
and
be.
just-
I would be okay if we put Ghost Protocol down, but it's not better than Rogue Nation.
Or he had to eat that gross
No.
sandwich.
I think it's top 5 in my opinion. I mean, action, sci-fi.
Keith, do you agree? Number 5.
Jake, if
Boy.
you don't mind, what is after The Last Samurai, the last 3?
Collateral.
And then War of the Worlds,
War
then
of the
what?
Worlds. Then Mission Impossible 3.
Okay.
Actually, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna have to say 6 through 10 for now because we have a movie coming up that's gonna be my number 1 on this list.
Oh, you're talking about The Last Samurai?
No, he's
No.
talking about Collateral.
No, but I love Last Samurai too. I actually just watched that recently.
He's talking about Collateral.
Yes.
Okay, I think I would take Minority Report over Ghost Protocol as
Yeah.
as amazing as the Dubai scene is and whatnot. Just, I mean, come on now. This
I don't
is
mind
like,
that. I don't mind that.
This is like Spielberg Unstoppable.
So what, we're doing this?
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. Is everybody, Brian? Wait.
I haven't seen it, so
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen Minority Report in years, so it's
I
really
haven't-
hard for me to say.
I have an ever-growing list right
Go-
now
Oh, really,
of
Jake?
movies.
I haven't seen it in years.
Oh, wow.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen it in a while.
Spielberg did that and Catch Me If You Can that year. Both the
Yeah.
same year.
It's Max von Sydow, right? In
Yes.
Minority
He's the,
Report? Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, don't
Almost spoiled it. Shoot. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes.
No, but Brian, I don't know if you've seen Minority Report, man.
I have not.
Highly recommend it.
So worth a watch, man. You would enjoy it.
I
man.
I
It's
might
just-
actually challenge you to that thing.
Haha. It's
Yeah.
I've already started writing a list from today. I'm apparently watching the movie you were challenged to, Oblivion, and Minority Report.
Okay, so we're leaving it as is right now. Everyone's comfortable.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so I
I
can't.
think it's fine.
All right. The Last Samurai. This is a
Yeah.
great movie.
Movie's
This is
great.
a really good movie.
Haven't seen
Okay.
it.
Oh,
This is
Brian,
a
write that down, too.
really good. This is a really good movie.
Doesn't this get pooped on for white appropriation?
Yeah, sort of.
It's like that what's called white like savior or hero thing, but it's
Okay.
I mean sure, but
The
It's
Last
not as
Samurai-
bad as The Great Wall, though, right?
Japan did yes.
The Last Samurai is
Man, did-
fucking amazing.
It's so good.
The
All
Last
right.
Samurai-
I don't have the
Looking
channel.
at it.
I'm on
Brian,
full screen.
you just need to add the 9 Tom Cruise movies you haven't seen to the list.
God, seriously.
Okay, didn't Ken Watanabe win supporting actor or?
I think he was nominated. I don't think he won.
I don't
Did
think he
win?
won.
Oh,
He might have been nominated. Though.
Or he might have been nominated. He's
'Cause he's
so
the best.
good in that
He's the
movie,
best.
man.
Yeah, he's
I
the
don't.
best
I don't. I mean,
Oh, we have some breaking news. Jacob picked Fallout over Maverick.
Oh,
what does
Jacob
it matter?
loves
Because
Fallout.
Gio put Top Gun over Fallout.
I know.
Yeah,
I
He-
just did not expect him to.
Just
Jacob
for
loves
the
Fallout.
No, Gio, you can't change now.
no. I said don't, Maverick over
Why not?
Fallout only because of the experience in the movie theaters. Like,
Facts. Jacob's wrong. Jacob, if you're watching, you're wrong. So, look, Last Samurai, I haven't seen in a while. I'm actually probably going to go back and watch Minority Report and Last Samurai. But
Edward
I
Zwick,
don't-
director.
I don't know which one I would put it over. Like,
there's so many great moments, man.
like
I
you
think
guys
about-
you guys know how much I love Mission Impossible. I'm having a hard time putting Ghost Protocol where it is right now. Like,
something about Minority Report beneath Edge of Tomorrow doesn't sit right with me. I just
it sits totally fine with me.
just stating my opinion. That's all.
Nah, that's. I mean, yeah,
I just don't want to see Edge of Tomorrow move. That's why.
Here's The Last Samurai is
Well, I'm not moving it past 3 because that's where I have it on mine. So
The Last Samurai arguably has a better story than all the movies in the top 5. How about story?
sure. Yeah, no, yeah, I see what you mean. The fact that he's alcoholic and he's this kind of washed up war hero.
What he tells the Emperor at the end
Yes.
about
Palpatine?
yeah.
he's
The kid?
returned.
Yeah, he returned way
Yes.
before he returned in The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean,
Okay, so where does that leave it, boys? Where does that leave it?
6 through 10. I think it's 6 through 10.
fuck, I just put
I don't know where.
I just argued for Minority Report in 1 through 5, but I kind of feel like Last Samurai should be in 1 through 5.
So then that means you're gonna have to.
Well,
knock down
to
Minority
be
Report.
quite honest, I have a feeling both will get knocked down at some point either way. Because the next movie we do, Keith is going to fight to the death for.
Yep.
So,
What movie is
so
it?
it's a matter of putting it's just a matter of where we're putting it. I think both of them are ending up in 6 through 10.
I mean, Collateral is amazing, but
We're not on Collateral. We're on Last Samurai.
you started it by literally
Don't get me
jumping
started.
I'm
ahead.
trying to figure out where we're putting The Last Samurai.
Don't get me started yet.
I have to
The
look
Last
up.
Samurai
I've never
right
even
now has
heard of Collateral.
it has to go 1 through 5. It bumped down Minority Report. It's gonna.
I'm actually okay with that. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
mind.
I almost feel like we should do this, but that's just me. No, that's just
Ugh, it's a Jamie Foxx movie. I hate
me. Okay, Collateral. Keith, the floor is yours.
Collateral is one of the top last 20 years, probably in my top 4 or 5 movies in the last 20 years, easily. Michael Mann. I'm a big fan of the movie Heat. You get the movie Heat. Watch this. Michael Mann captures like dark, gritty Los Angeles perfectly. L.A. at night, like the L.A. underworld at night. Brian, listen, you got to let go. Jamie Foxx is great in this movie. Yeah. He's arguably better in this than he is in Ray, to be honest.
I've never seen Ray, so
Wait, you said he's better than this than he is in Ray?
I said arguably better at this.
I wouldn't go. Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't go that far, but
I will say I just
know
read
what you
the plot, and the plot actually sounds pretty cool.
Brian,
It's an unhinged version of Tom Cruise you've never seen before, Brian.
this is his first like villainous role,
And he never went back.
like
He literally never went back.
it's
yeah.
and he's genuinely like, oh, he's a bad guy, but he's
But
also
with that said, it's
For the
not
love
better
of
than-
Christ, give me a break. I'm gonna have no life left.
Tom
after all these
Cruise
movies.
as what's his name? Vincent.
Vincent.
Yeah.
The shootout at the club.
Listen, you got
Don't spoil the movie. Don't spoil the movie.
you got obviously Jada Pinkett Smith in here. You get Mark Ruffalo in here, plays the
The
cop.
cast looks
kinda-
pretty good from what I'm looking at.
Yeah, Mark
Bardem,
Ruffalo,
young
that's right.
Javier Bardem, one of his first.
Jason Statham's in it.
I was going to say as the transporter.
Did you say Jason Statham?
Statham.
Jason Statham.
Really, as the transporter?
He is. He's because he's uncredited.
I think this is just my opinion, and you guys can fight this.
Wait, Robert Downey Jr.'s in it?
I don't remember.
Collateral?
I'm looking at the thing on
Now
Google.
I'm gonna Wikipedia. this
I wonder
one.
if he was originally cast and then he didn't do the movie.
He might have been a producer.
Because sometimes that happens in on the Google searches.
Yeah, at that time, he was top.
Personally, just me, I would move Last Samurai down and put Collateral right there at number 5.
Is it a better? I think Last Samurai has a better story. I think Last Samurai has far more emotional moments. It's Tom Cruise is playing the good guy, but his character arc from beginning to end. I think about the last battle where they're fighting and
they have guns and all they have is swords.
Japanese resort to, but still just as they're crawling toward each other and like. Even the Japs at one point say, "Stop!
Don't
stop
spoil anything."
Yeah. So say don't.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Okay. Good.
No, I'm sorry. I don't agree. I think
I hear
Collateral is
I hear
great,
you.
but I don't put it above Last Samurai. But
I'm going to watch Collateral tonight. I haven't watched it in a while.
Jimmy Freckles, it's best movie. We're
my
just
number
ranking his action movies. But we're doing best movie.
This is my of all Tom Cruise movies. A Few Good Men is my number 1. Collateral is my number 2 Tom Cruise movie ever.
So
That's
what
my-
are you thinking, Keith? Where's your head at?
yeah,
I would, Gio, you've made a great case for Last Samurai. I would probably move down.
come on,
Whoa, this is tough.
say it.
I gotta move down one. I want to move down.
Why
Rogue Nation.
Collateral over Last Samurai?
No, I would move down Rogue Nation and put Collateral at number 1 first. This is just for me. I would put Collateral number 1.
Oh well, it's not getting number 1
Why not?
because my top is Top Gun. Brian's is Top Gun, and Gio fought for Top Gun as well. Like
Brian's
mine-
top is Collateral.
My 1 through 3 is literally my written 1 through 3 on my list. So
Brian, what's the last thing you wrote down?
Chris Claremont's X-Men on Prime Video.
What? No, what? Which one of these movies did you write down?
Oh, I mean, shit. I've had a list of 5 things now. At this point, it's basically every Tom Cruise movie I haven't seen. Apparently, I have to watch except for that stinky
Hey,
one
I'm
at
with
the bottom.
you, Andy. I want to watch Last Samurai again, and I want to see Minority Report again. So
Okay, so where are we
Collateral
putting
should be
this,
at
guys?
number 3 at worst.
No.
What do you mean no? Why
No.
not?
I don't agree with that.
can you
Well, they're wrong.
argue? Can you argue Collateral over Rogue Nation?
Yes. I thought I just did. I'll watch
You
Collateral. I would rewatch that over, and I love Rogue Nation.
You might lose just strictly on the rule of consensus between Jake and
But just the fact that, but
Geo.
because we have Fallout on there already, so essentially, and those two movies that go they go together. Hand in
Jake,
hand.
what do you think about between Last Samurai and Collateral? Like,
Between the two of them,
yeah,
so I've seen Collateral more recent than I've seen The Last Samurai.
okay.
But from what I remember, I really, really enjoyed seeing Tom Cruise in that role. And I'm very much a grounded action street style type of movie. And I know Keith related it to Heat, and it very much is, in that vein. I would probably put Collateral over The Last Samurai, but I would not put it over Rogue Nation. My top 5 Tom Cruise movies are Maverick, Fallout, Edge of Tomorrow, Rogue Nation, and Jack Reacher. Those are my 5.
See, here's the thing.
Wow. So we're basically creating Jake's list, and all of
Yes.
us can fight 6 through 10 or 11.
well,
through 50.
my list, my top 5 is Maverick, Top Gun, Fallout, Edge of Tomorrow, Rogue Nation. But granted, I haven't seen 9 of these movies.
All right, for the sake of moving this along, I can live with Collateral being above Last Samurai.
Okay.
I do enjoy Collateral very much. And I guess my biggest argument with The Last Samurai is the story, and I guess this is
Gio,
Tom
let
Cruise
me ask you
action
this.
movies.
Let me ask you this, Gio. What's your number 1 Tom Cruise?
Oh shit.
Tom Cruise or just from this list? You're talking about
Just
all
from this.
Tom?
Sorry, just from this list. Yeah, just from
Gio,
this
Okay,
list.
'cause
I
I
would
was gonna
assume it
say
would
you're
be-
talking about Born on the 4th.
No.
of July
Just from this
Right.
list. Just from this list.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
Fuck.
Would it be Last Samurai?
It would between Last Samurai, Minority Report.
So
I love
I need you to choose one right now because I'm going to say something.
The Last Samurai.
I think that number 1 on our own personal list holds a very high value. It is kind of fair to consider having all of our number 1s in the top 5. So Collateral, Last Samurai, and then Brian and I have Maverick. As much as I love something like Rogue Nation, I do have it at 4, but Keith has Collateral at 1. Gio has Last Samurai at 1.
I
That
can't
holds
do
huge
this.
I
value.
have Rogue Nation at 5.
I love all these.
See,
movies,
that's what I'm
man.
saying,
I know,
Brian.
I
Like
know.
our 4s and 5s technically get trumped by their 1s.
I mean, see, Last Samurai is 1A.
Yeah,
Minority-
I know what you
This
Minority Report's
is what I'm saying. This is what
1B.
could happen. We do this. This is what I'm saying.
What's
Because that now all of our number 1s are in the top 5.
Yeah.
And Collateral's not low on my list. Last Samurai's not low on my list, so it
Yeah,
evens out even more so because of that. And it hurts to see Rogue Nation go down because it's a perfect movie, but your number 1 does trump that.
well, like my only
Andy.
issue, like I said, Rogue Nation and Fallout are like.
But I do think Fallout's a better movie than Rogue Nation.
I
Personally.
agree. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I have no problem leaving that. Of course, that will go in there.
How does everyone feel about this?
I'm fine. I have no stake in the game because the 4 and 5 I haven't seen.
Yeah,
Gio?
Listen, Gio, you made it. I'm not gonna.
No. I'm
you're
just
right
I'm
about. No,
I'm
I'm saying
looking at-
you're okay.
I'm just looking at Minority Report and something about it
Oh,
sitting below Rogue Nation. Just
Rogue Nation's a better film.
damn it.
Again, I haven't
Okay.
seen Minority Report, so I can't.
All right, we have two left.
Okay, let's move on. Let's
War of the Worlds. This movie's awesome,
I like this,
but I don't
movie.
know.
People don't like it.
I think the movie's great, but I don't know where it ends up.
It got crushed.
I don't.
Not crushed, but it's kind of mixed with people.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking with the way this is like this list is ending up, I'm thinking 11 through 15, but at the higher end.
My lord.
Hmm.
I have it in the red.
Yeah, 11. Probably 11.
I'd go at number 11. Yeah.
I really like it.
Oh, and then
How many
if I
times
were to
did
push it-
Spielberg and Cruise collaborate? Just twice, right?
Those two, yeah.
I think it's just those two.
Okay.
All right, final one, Mission Impossible 3, which I think is a really cool movie personally,
Well, this
but
is where,
it's not top 10. It's not top 10.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Would you
Yeah.
put it? Okay, it's not better than Top Gun, so it's between Mission Impossible 1 and Mission Impossible 3.
You know how much I talked about how much I love Top Gun. I don't know. I could listen. J.J. Abrams. This is where Mission Impossible series turned around. Was this
Yes,
movie.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
This is where we get the intro with Simon Pegg.
No, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. He had a great villain.
Yeah.
Philip Seymour
Says,
Hoffman.
Where's
Brian,
the
have you
rabbit
seen?
foot?
Have you seen this?
And he counts
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
I would put it. I mean, here's my thing. I
Harry
haven't
Russell?
seen Oblivion, Night and Day, and pretty much anything below it except for The Mummy. So, like for me, I have the first Mission Impossible above this one. So it would be right above Oblivion for me.
So,
This is the
Mission
first
Impossible
Mission
3?
Impossible that dives into Ethan Hunt's personal life, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He mentioned his parents in the first one.
He has a wife.
Well, that's in the third one. That's 3 where we get the wife.
Oh, so I thought we were talking about 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so here, let's do this. Is it better than War of the Worlds?
Am I 3?
Yes.
I think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. Is it better than what is that after Top Gun?
Mission Impossible 1.
Is it better than Mission Impossible 1?
Mission
what
Impossible 1 is that. I mean, it's good.
It's
Brian
really good,
De
and it
Palma,
incorporates the original Mission Impossible people from the TV series in it.
It's that the twists and everything. It's really good.
So then it sounds like you guys all consensusly put it almost at 11. Or no?
Dude, Carrie Russell, remember her death scene in 3?
Yeah.
That was brutal, man. That was
The opening of Mission Impossible 3 is one of the best openings they've had.
Philip,
Period.
yeah, Seymour, rest in peace, man.
I would put it ahead of 1. I really like 1, but I think I'd put it at 10.
Would you? So, Gio, do you agree?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would
That trumps
agree.
Mine.
Better action. The
So-
villain is crazy.
Night and Day here. MI1 here. And MI3 there. That's the list.
Bum-ba-da-ba.
Although Oblivion sitting that low is really bugging me personally.
You gotta just put Collateral just up ahead above. Here.
I'm shocked that you guys think that War of the Worlds is better than Oblivion. I haven't seen Oblivion, but I'm shocked that I feel like
No, well, Brian, that's what I'm saying. I'm starting to reconsider it. Oblivion's a really good, underrated movie.
Yeah.
So, but Days of Thunder shouldn't be down there either.
I've
That's
seen
me.
War of the Worlds more than I've seen Oblivion, so I could. Days of Jake, you and your cards. Look, I hear you. I don't think Days of Thunder is bad necessarily, but I don't think it's
perfect, Keith.
It's not okay. Stop it. Perfect.
It's perfect.
Well, then why don't you have it at 1?
Because you guys fought me to the death for it. That's why.
Put Days of Thunder at 1. Then go ahead.
No, that moves Collateral out of the top 5.
No. You put Days of Thunder ahead of Top Gun Maverick. Go ahead.
Absolutely not, because it's not number 1.
Okay, stop it.
It's,
Wait,
No,
Jake,
I haven't seen it since I was a kid, honestly. So.
it's amazing.
Jake, do you like Oblivion or Days of Thunder better?
Days of Thunder
Over Oblivion.
over Oblivion. And I also think, you know what? I'm starting to reconsider. I think Days of Thunder I'd watch more than
Oh,
Jack Reacher
Christ.
too. Personally.
What? Okay. Would you watch it? Would you take it over any Mission Impossible movie besides 2?
Days of Thunder?
Yeah.
I would probably watch it over. I'd probably watch it over one, and maybe even 3, personally.
Okay.
I would watch it over War of the Worlds. I would watch it over Jack Reacher. And
anything that's in the top 10.
No, I wouldn't. If I placed in my if I would put it right behind Top Gun, if I could decide this list.
Oh, it's a car movie?
It's a NASCAR movie.
Yeah, he's a NASCAR. Yeah.
That's where I would put it. I would put it behind Top Gun, personally.
Brian, he just walks into a NASCAR track and races. That's he doesn't.
No, come on.
He just walks.
You're making this movie sound terrible. It's not.
It's not there. It's not bad.
I mean, his logo is mellow yellow.
Although
It's a sponsor.
Nicole Kidman, right? It's where they met.
Nicole Kidman
Uh-huh.
and Robert
That's where
Duvall.
Yeah, Robert.
And John C. Riley, Michael Rooker.
John C. Riley. Michael Rooker's the rival.
Don Simpson.
That Keith, the rental car scene? Come on.
I forgot.
Come on, Keith. I'm
Don-
telling you.
Don Simpson, Randy Quaid.
Come on.
I forgot about that.
I'm starting to think about putting it over War of the Worlds.
Robert Duvall's in it too.
Yeah,
He's
plays
the
Oh,
leader
wow.
of the crew pit leader. Come on, Keith.
Uh,
Gio?
I haven't seen Days of Thunder.
oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay. The only thing, War of the Worlds,
I'm challenging
is
you
just-
to that so badly.
Yeah,
Hans
right,
Zimmer
yeah.
did the soundtrack.
Yeah,
Come on, Days of Thunder.
Brian, it's
Thunder.
Top Gun. It's literally
Thunder.
Top Gun. It's Top Gun on wheels.
Oh,
That's what it
come
said at the
on,
time.
guys.
When it
Well,
came
I
out,
mean,
Thunder.
everybody said
Keith,
it's Top Gun on wheels.
I have
Anyway.
Top Gun at 1 and 2, so if you're making a case for the
Listen.
wrong.
Days
might-
of Thunder. I'm
might-
telling you.
The only thing about War of the Worlds is, like, okay, it's gonna sound cheesy, but like I think about like, even though he was selfish, he was very selfish, like, and just wanted to get rid of his kids. But like, I would be like, just look at him as a dad trying to get his kids, and the way he winds up like trying to protect them, kind of in the
Well,
end,
to
like,
credit of that movie, he has a Mustang in that movie. So
he does.
Dang,
He
Nicole
does have-
Kidman was only 22 when she made this movie.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, right.
He's really good looking in the movie.
And he's
and tall.
27.
She's very tall.
Cold Trickle, baby. Come on.
Yeah, go
Days
ahead.
of Thunder.
Fine, yeah, go ahead. What are they
So
having?
fine, go ahead.
Yes. I'll take that.
Would you?
Damn, Oblivion's almost not even.
No,
in
I think Oblivion should go over War of the Worlds too, personally. I would watch Oblivion over both Jack Reacher and War of the Worlds, I think. My list is constantly changing.
You can put it over Jack Reacher.
But War of the Worlds?
Gio?
I mean, either one. I mean, Jack Reacher, probably.
So, Gio, what do you like better, Oblivion or War of the Worlds?
Spielberg.
War of the Worlds, because I don't really remember Oblivion that much. I just
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there. I'll stop. I'll stop. All right,
This is good.
everybody. There is our official top. Or God, I keep saying it. Tom
You are
Cruise
just
action movies. Our ranking. I'll go from the bottom to the top. At number 20, we have Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. Number 19, we have The Mummy. Number 18, we have Mission Impossible 2. 17, we have American Made. 16, Night and Day. 15, Jack Reacher. 14, Oblivion. 13, War of the Worlds. 12, Days of Thunder. 11, Mission Impossible. Number 10, Mission Impossible 3. Number 9, Top Gun. 8, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. 7, Minority Report. 6, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Number 5, Collateral. 4, The Last Samurai. 3, Edge of Tomorrow, 2, Mission Impossible Fallout, and number 1 is Top Gun Maverick.
This is what an interesting career for Tom Cruise. All this stuff.
Right?
Top Gun was 86. Days of Thunder, I think, was 88. Other than that, all these movies are 96 on till now.
Uh-huh.
Which is just interesting the way he transitions himself into an action star.
He left his drama career behind.
And which I thought he was so good before.
Yeah.
Like I said, my number 1 Tom Cruise movie ever is A Few Good Men. And The Firm is really good. Gio, you mentioned Born on the 4th of July. That's a good movie.
I think he gets back to that after he wraps up a Mission Impossible. I think he gets back to more drama roles.
Magnolias. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's seen Magnolia. That's a pretty solid movie. It's pretty good.
Jacob is currently booing us because of Top Gun beating Fallout.
He wants Fallout. Yeah, he loves Fallout.
Well, he ain't here.
He said, "Boo, boo, you man." Okay, so now I'm curious. Out of Oblivion, Minority Report, The Last Samurai, and Collateral, which one should I watch first?
Oblivion.
Minority.
No, you should probably watch either The Last Samurai or Collateral. One or the other.
Watch them all.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Collateral.
Yeah. Oblivion, Minority Report, The Last Samurai, and Collateral.
Watch a different side of Tom Cruise and watch Collateral.
I mean, they're all different movies.
They are all very different.
Yeah, it's like, what do you?
Brian, you'll be. There's no wrong answer. Yeah, either one. I would say Minority Report. I think you'll probably
the
have
one
more
that's
fun.
available on streaming, Brian.
So far, I think I looked and it's like none of them are.
I wouldn't be
I'll let
surprised
you
if
borrow.
Tom Cruise makes you buy it all.
I've got them all on DVD. I'll let you borrow. No, I don't have Oblivion, but I have all the other ones.
Collateral's on Roku channel.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there it is. Our official Tom Cruise action movies ranked 1 through 20. Very hot topic tonight. Very fun. That was very fun. It was a lot of fun doing that rankings. We like to do rankings here. I'm sure we'll do one more. I had an idea of doing ranking great legacy sequels because Maverick is technically a legacy sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And you can include things in like that, like Rocky Balboa or Creed or anything like that. There's like a legacy sequel. Mad Max 3 Road.
You mean like the movies that ended up being better than the originals?
Well, that or they came out years afterwards. Long.
You just want to do that just so you can talk about Blade Runner 2049 and Mad Max in the same episode.
Absolutely.
The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens is technically a legacy sequel. It is, yeah. So maybe that's another list we do next time.
I do want to. We don't have to veer off of this, but I was gonna. Somebody, I think Gio, you mentioned in our chat today, just for everybody watching, a little behind the curtain. You mentioned Tropic Thunder, and Jake said that was I don't think that's a cameo. I wouldn't call that a cameo. I think he's in that movie.
No, it's not a cameo. I mean, he has one full scene with Matthew McConaughey.
He's like in that.
He's there
movie.
at the end. He's there at the beginning.
But okay.
It didn't need to be on this list. I wouldn't say that, but
his screen time was like 30 seconds, probably. No, it was like 5 minutes. But
no,
it was 5 minutes plus a post-credit scene.
It's very funny.
Did you hear that he said if he had to make a sequel to another one of his characters, he'd want to pick him?
Love it.
I
Les
thought
Grossman.
they were gonna make a movie.
I thought they were going to do a Les Grossman movie.
Yeah, I thought I remember hearing that.
Well,
Someone asked him on the Maverick red carpet, and he said that would be the one he would.
They didn't do it because Mission Impossible became a thing again. That's why.
That and he reprised Les Grossman for the MTV Movie Awards, which was one memorable show.
Oh, listen,
go back and watch it.
The best thing about Mission Impossible 2 is the Ben Stiller. I don't know if anybody's seen that.
Yeah, the MTV Movie Awards spoof or parody.
Yes, if you go on YouTube, watch the Ben Stiller MI2 spoof. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Right. There it is, everybody. Our official list for Tom Cruise action movies. And that is the show for the evening. Thank you guys so much for watching, hanging out with us. Spam bots, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really
My lord, we were fighting them with.
We were on fire. I think it was because Tom Cruise was on the show. That's why.
They've been
Karen's got it. That would be a freaking battle.
Yeah, that might be more of a bracket than a tier ranking.
Yeah, I mean, because Bruce Willis is done, unfortunately. And maybe after Dead Reckoning. So
yeah, we'll talk about that at a later date. But for now, let's finish off with some quick plugs. Gio, why don't you let everybody know where they find you online?
On Twitter at Phantom United 21. Of course, here at Apocaflix Movies. I'll be with Jake and Brian for Mandalorian Club Thursday, this upcoming Thursday. Talk Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hopefully we get a Clone Wars flashback. And my own channel, Phantom United. I finally uploaded my first video in over a month, and excited about Joker 2, so check that out. And there it is.
Brian.
Ray's plugging for me.
Barking at the lightsaber she knocked over.
Yeah. Be a Balsino on Twitter and Instagram. A Certain Point of View with Jake. We've got, as Gio said, Fandalorian. Well, I'm past that. Fandalorian and Marvel Rewind coming back now. Holy hell, we're gonna be busy. So
yeah. Keith.
I'm on Twitter at KeithBurns79. You can also find me, of course, here Apocaflix Movies. Apocaflix Now every Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Standard Time. What am I talking about? I'm not on the East Coast anymore. I've been on the East Coast in 10 years. You can find me also every now and then. You'll catch me on Phantom United with Gio.
Yes.
And of course, Bartley and Barnes. Go back. We're on a little hiatus right now, but you can go back and watch some of our older stuff. Me and my buddy Jacob Bartley talking about a lot of cool stuff on there. So go back and watch.
if you don't want to do it, Jake, she'll do it for you.
She's plugging for me right now. POV, Whiskey Jedi, Apocaflix with Marvel Rewind, the Mandalorian Club. Thank you, Ray, so much for ruining my plugs and outros. I greatly appreciate it. Hope everyone has a great evening. Thank you guys so much for joining us. As usual, audio listeners, you guys rock, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Yes.
Bye, guys.